DILR attempt strategy. I feel I can do DILR questions because I'm able to solve them normally, but fail to do so under pressure. This is something that happens to quite a bit of us. Today I was thinking about, I think 2 years ago this happened to me in my actual CAT appearance. So I had basically gone in to try to get a high score just to understand what would be the right method or way to actually attempt both quant, DILR as well as VRC. In the DILR section, what had happened was that I chose a set which was a very difficult set. I realized it later that of the 4 sets that were there, that was the hardest set, and I chose it because I generally felt that it is a table based set. It is with missing values. Table with missing value sets are generally on the easier side. It was slightly arrangements plus table with missing values. I thought this will be on the easier side. It was the hardest set, and that basically ruined my entire attempt. I was able to solve only 1 set in that entire DILR section. That year I got 12 marks. That was the lowest I have ever scored in DILR, and that made me realize that set selection is so super important. See, you can solve all of the sets after the exam is over. But if you go with your strengths during the exam, you will have the confidence to solve them. You will be having the confidence to solve them under pressure. See, what you can solve after the exam is over, mostly many of the students who have actually seen all of the videos, know the base concepts and have practiced or solved a lot of LRDI sections, most of them can easily solve 3 out of the 4 sets after the exam pressure is over. But to do so under the exam pressure is much harder. So what should be your ideal strategy? Your ideal strategy should be, of the 4 sets that are there, you have to find out which is the easiest set. Spend first 5 minutes to figure out which set is the easiest. That is the safest way to attempt. Now you might say that, okay, 5 minutes are gone, I'll get all tensed up, 5 minutes, no attempt, I've not started doing anything. But it is very, very important so that you don't get stuck solving a set which is very tricky or very difficult. I'll give you one more idea about set selection. Generally, the sets which are very tricky or difficult tend to be shorter ones. And our mind works in this way that if I see a short set, I feel that, okay, this is an easy set, I don't have to read so much, I'll start with this. But those sets generally are the hardest or the most difficult sets at times. So don't go by the length of the instructions. Sometimes the set which has like these long instructions turns out to be the easiest set as such. Your attempt strategy should be, of the 4, you have to find the easiest set. Even if you take 25 minutes to solve that set, that is fine. Because what will happen is that if you have solved one set, you will have a lot of confidence. Then you kind of go back down. See, your nervousness is high over here when your LRDI section starts. If you have solved one set, your nervousness goes down over here. This is your normal nerves as such, and when your nerves are normal, you are able to solve everything. So your first thing should be that I get one set under the belt. I will basically calm down my nerves. I will calm down my anxiety, and then I will be able to solve another set. Even if I have lesser time to solve it, I will be able to solve it because I will be a lot calmer there. So basically, your first biggest important thing that you have to do is figure out of the 4 sets which is the easiest set. Take 5 minutes, takes 3, 4, 5 minutes just to see how easy does this set look like. Sometimes sets can be deceptive, but you should actually think about it. Okay, in this particular set, what is required of me to do? I have to fill in a table, I have to fill in the values, or I have to translate charts to a table, I have to do some calculations. What is exactly expected of me? In some cases, I have to draw out figures. What is expected of me? If what is expected of you is something which is your strength and something which you have a lot of practice doing, start doing that. Basically, that should be the idea, that in your LRDI attempt, get the easiest set and attempt it first. Then you will not have that anxiety nerves which essentially spoil the LRDI section.